To you from the Civil Aviation Headquarters in Entebbe, whereby we know a lot has been taking grounds on social media. The information is that over 300 people yesterday missed out on flights using Emirates airline that was supposed to take them to different destinations, but they missed out due to delayed COVID-19 test results by the team that is handling it at the airport. The tentative information I have is that some of these travelers did not even miss this for the first time. Some were supposed to move out of this country on Sunday, and they took the COVID test, and by the time results were returned, it was already past the boarding time for the flight. So they missed out, a number of them. But of course, people want to understand what happened and what transpired as the stakeholders, all the people that were supposed to do this, were carrying out the exercise. I am joined by the Civil Aviation Public Affairs Manager, Vianney Luja, to just make us understand what really happened and what next for these people here. And Vianney, welcome with me on NTV.
Thank you very much, Ivan.
Could you please make us understand what happened? From the information on social media, over 300 people. Is that true, and what happened?
That is not true. I would like to first of all clarify that the number of passengers that missed the flight to Dubai yesterday was 100, not 300, as stated on social media. What happened is the UAE requires 2 PCR tests for departing passengers from Uganda. One test should be undertaken within 48 hours prior to the flight, and the second test ought to be undertaken 6 hours before departure. So the issue was unfortunately with the second test, which is required within 6 hours before departure. This requirement is only for UAE, so it applies to flights to UAE, which are currently are by Emirates and Fly Dubai. So yesterday, about 100 people, unfortunately, their results delayed. And these results were expected from 2 laboratories which took the tests. One of them is Safari Lab, the other one is Test and Fly Laboratory. They are the ones who undertake tests for those.
The information I have is that these people have not missed the flights for the second time. We have those who even missed on Sunday, and yesterday, which was a Tuesday, missed again. Today, the Emirates airline, flight does not come to Uganda, so they have to board it tomorrow. Don't you think this costs the airport in another way?
Yeah, definitely. When passengers miss flights, it is extremely unfortunate, and that is why we engage stakeholders regularly. Even on this particular issue, where we have had a big number missing flights, we have engaged with the various stakeholders involved in this process, including the laboratories. And one of the mitigation measures that are in place, for instance, from Safari Lab, I can reliably confirm that they are undertaking the tests. The flight they are taking now is tomorrow on Emirates, and Safari Lab is undertaking the 2 tests at no cost as a way of mitigating for the damage that was done. They are also engaging with the airline. Safari Lab is engaging with the airline, because normally when you miss a flight, the airline charges you some extra cost. Depending on your class of ticket, it could be anywhere between $100 to $150 or less. So one of the labs is undertaking to pay half or meet half of that cost, the extra cost for the passenger, among the mitigation measures in place. But we are also engaging at another level all the stakeholders to ensure that this does not happen again.
Vianney, just in 30 seconds now, if this can happen for a small group of people who are supposed to move out, but this time we see that the Minister of Health is saying maybe in the next time to come they will have to test all the travelers, don't you think this will become a major issue, and as Civil Aviation Authority you'll be costed in one way or the other?
First of all, the 2 issues are not related. This test is on departure. The other one that the Minister of Health is talking about instituting for all passengers will be on arrival. After passengers have arrived in Entebbe International Airport, before they are allowed to enter the country, is where they are proposing that rather than testing only category 2 countries, they undertake tests on all those coming in. And it's for a good reason, to protect all of us Ugandans and all the users of air transport facilities. That date has not yet been confirmed. The Minister of Health will be confirming when this is starting. And one of the reasons why it has delayed is because the Ministry is consulting stakeholders to ensure that when this starts, it is done in the right way and with efficiency.
Well, for time purposes, Vianney, we'll leave it there, but thank you very much for making time to speak to us.
A pleasure.
Vianney Luja is the Public Affairs Manager for Civil Aviation, just making us understand what happened yesterday, given the information that's taking rounds on social media of people who missed out on flights due to delayed COVID-19 tests. And now NTV at 1 will return to the studios. Rami Obusiku, pick it out from me. A very good afternoon to you and our audience.